Oh dear, George does not want to be a worm. He wants to be a butterfly. Oh dear, George is too little to catch the ball.
Never mind, George.
Oh dear, George is frightened.
Don't be frightened, George. That's not...
Daddy! Mummy!
Go.
Dinosaur!
George has left Mr. Dinosaur behind.
Oh, George.
We've lost Polly. Grandpa... Dinosaur!
George does not like sharing.
Richard, let George hold the dinosaurs now.
Richard does not like sharing either.
What's all this crying about?
Oh dear, this game has not gone very well. Peppa and George love making sandcastles.
No, George. Don't be upset.
No, the wind has blown George's hat off.
Don't worry, George. Daddy Pig will catch your hat.
And you missed it.
Never mind, George. You can see Cuckoo next time.
George has missed Cuckoo again.
Never mind, George.
Leo Lion. George, remember.
Why don't you put just one foot into the water? Maybe you should try the other foot.
Maybe George should try both feet.
Oh dear, Richard has dropped his watering can into the pool.
Don't be frightened, George.
Mr. Dinosaur.
Mr. Dinosaur is George's favourite toy.
Peppa, you can't give away Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
I think the baby's too little to play with dinosaurs. Peppa, the baby is much too little to play ball games.
It can't eat cookies.
George likes cookies.
Maybe it can have one cookie.
Oh dear, George liked being the baby piggy.
Oh,
This tree house is for girls only.
What's wrong?
Why is Richard crying? Me.
Peppa is making a funny face.
don't worry, George. It's only Peppa.
But George feels a bit left out.
Oh, sorry, George. Ball boy.
Oh dear, George doesn't like this game.
The sleepover is only for big girls. Oh, they're so sweet and little. Sorry, George.
George?
George?
George does not know where Mr. Dinosaur is. Oh dear, maybe this game is getting a little too rough.
Sorry, George.
Don't worry, George. Daddy will get the... Peppa, you mustn't play so roughly with George. He's only little. Oh dear, Peppa, you shouldn't tease George like that.
Sorry, George.